Hello Terraria enthusiasts, my name is James and welcome back to the Calamity mod. So today's episode, well, it's not all about Providence, and that's because if you didn't watch yesterday's episode, spoiler alert, well, we actually took down Providence thanks to you guys who gave me so many awesome ideas. Well, in today's episode, what I've actually gone ahead and done is I have farmed the hallowed version of Providence quite a few times now, because as you know, it drops geodes, and these geodes make a new type of armor. And I thought, you know what, let's use that armor to take down the hell version of Providence. Let's make it a little bit easier on ourselves, because I already know I can do the hallowed version. So I'm currently here to talk to the engineer. Hello, Ginger. I will buy some wire from you, my friend. Because what I want to do is I actually want to set up my heart lantern station in hell so that we have an easier time. But anyway, welcome back. In today's episode, I've got two things I really want to talk about. One is Doctor Who, and the second one is Call of Duty Zombies. Because there is such a funny story about zombies that I have basically been following for a couple of weeks. And I think you guys are going to really like it, even if you don't play Call of Duty Zombies. And then Doctor Who, I had a whole section talking about Doctor Who yesterday, and I cut it out for no reason. I was just like, hey, the episodes are looking pretty long, let's cut that section out. And I completely forgot it was like one of the most important sections, because it was me talking at my finest. So we will hopefully discuss that today. So let's actually go back and make some new armor pieces, and let me just tell you, it is amazing coming back to my house and hearing this banger right here. I love these music boxes. They get me so hyped, although I've got to turn them off because I'll be like humming along in my head throughout the whole episode, and that's probably not a good thing. So what we're making today is tarragon armor. I went and got some Yuli Bloomy, and one of the things I want to make is an elderberry. I don't know if I made this yesterday. I'm so certain that I didn't, but you need some luminite bars. I've got everything. I'm going to be fine to make this, right? Did I make it yes? Oh, thank God. I thought for a second, I was like, no, you made it yesterday. All right, okay, we're all good. We've got a blue health bar now. We're like a Smurf. Dabba-dee-dabba-da. So let's grab some tarragon armor. Where are you, my friend? Wait. I've just got this gut feel. Oh, okay, thank God. I was just about to say, I've got this gut feeling that you can't make it until you've done both Providences, but we should be good. So we'll make the leggings, we will make the breastplate, which I must say looks pretty spectacular, I'm not going to lie. That really is like a breastplate, like it's just covering the breasts. And we will go with a helmet. Which one do we go with? This one is... I'm really confused. Alright, that's mage. That is... What is that? Is that just... Oh... I was looking at the leggings. Sorry, I need to put my glasses on if I'm being completely honest. They're downstairs though, and I can't be bothered. Which one's that one? That's throwing, that's melee, that's summon, that's ranged. Okay, you guys are going to have to forgive me for a little bit if I make these dumb mistakes. So one of the things that you guys pointed out to me is that I'm using pretty awful accessories. I am, truthfully, and we do need to sort that. So one of the things I need to make is a void of calamity, a void of extinction rather. This will give you 15% increase to all damage and immunity to lava, and 15% increased damage while in lava, which is pretty cool. So this needs to replace one of these. Now, I am using the amalgamated brain. I know that that's a bit of a meme at the minute, but it's because it's got 10% increased damage. It's not too bad. It's not that bad. But I think the necklace of Vexation, or whatever that is, that needs to go. And we'll give this a quick reforge because that would be better. Now, if you actually hear any loud bangs during this episode, I want you all to know I'm not being robbed. You know, a car's not exploding outside of my window. In Britain tonight, it is in fact bonfire night, which is essentially a night where British people let off a bunch of fireworks. It's usually it's usually pretty safe, but every now and again you do get a golden story out of it. But it's a good little night, but it also means that while recording, I can just hear very loud bangs every now and again. It's great. I actually have to look it up though. I'm going to be completely honest with you, because I was so unsure whether this was something that happened all around the world or not. It's been a very long time since I've taken a history class, and apparently it's just a British thing, because it's all about Guido Fawkes. I think his name was actually James Guido Fawkes, and he tried to blow up the House of the Parliament, and in celebration of that, we have fireworks. That's the summary of it, essentially. So we're currently on 89 defense with this doing 127. So we're now on 108 defense with this doing 128. Very cool. So let's see the set bonus. This has actually got quite a bit of a read to it. Enemies are less likely to target you. Increased health pickup range. Enemies have a chance to drop extra hearts on death. For every range critical strike chance, you will gain a small amount of range damage boost. This effect stacks up to 10%. If you haven't got a crit in 2 seconds, this effect will slowly wear off. Ranged projectiles have a chance to split into life energy on death. Very cool. Cool. That's good. I mean, it's always good to have a nice little accessory helping us out. Well, actually, it's a set of armor. So here's something I haven't done in a very long time. Actually, I say a very long time. I'm not 100% certain I've ever done this. So you guys are very frequently in that comment section. I go in there every day. It's rammed with people. But what you do is you all have discussions. And that is really cool to see. So here's what I'm offering to you guys. Whatever comment gets the most likes, I will build it. So essentially what I'm saying is, write a comment about what you want me to build. It doesn't have to be a house. And if it gets the most likes, I will build it tomorrow. Because you're all in there giving people 100 likes, 200 likes, 300 likes on a comment. And that's really cool to see. And we need to use this as a point of value. So get in there. Get down there today. Right. We are pretty much all geared up. I'm going to grab my little heart lanterns. I changed the Hell Arena because the Hell Arena was great, but it had some flaws, essentially. And the flaws were that it was too, like, shallow, I guess. The lava was too high, the roof was too low, and it didn't have a platform. So I've lowered the lava by exploding the ground underneath the lava. And I've also extended the roof out so that it's a little bit larger. Right. I'm so glad I don't have to use this arena anymore, because it was kind of getting annoying just cleaning it up every time after a fight. I'm not the biggest fan of, oh, did I leave something? What is that? Oh, it's some blocks. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of having those blocks there. Kind of annoying, but it'll be all right. So we've got everything that we need. So, talking point number 1. I'm going to talk about Doctor Who real quick. So what I was actually saying in yesterday's episode was that I saw this really awesome interview with the guy that designs the sonic screwdrivers for Doctor Who. If you don't know, for every Doctor that regenerates, they get their own sonic screwdriver. And it's essentially a do-everything tool. So it will open a door. It will tell you if somebody's dying. It will fix a robot. It does everything. It literally does everything but work on wood, which is like its one's downside. But this guy was being interviewed because he'd actually designed every single sonic screwdriver that had been used in the modern show. And it was so interesting. And what I loved, I genuinely loved, was his passion. He was like, I get to come to work and I get to make awesome sci-fi gadgets. So it's not a job. I love it. And I don't know. It's that enthusiasm was awesome. And he was such a cool dude. So I would recommend that to anyone. But I did, in fact, watch Doctor Who, which is good because I can talk about it now because all the Americans have had a chance to see it. And it was all right. Last week was a bit strange. Last week was about spiders taking over Sheffield, which, as I've said before, Sheffield's not the greatest place in the world, in my opinion. But they saved the day by playing a grime artist called Stormzy and luring the spiders away. It was quite literally the weirdest thing I've seen in forever. God, this area is getting rammed. I wish I had summons. Maybe you guys could recommend some late game summons to me, because I'm going to be honest with you, I literally don't know any off the top of my head that are late game right now. I usually just take summons that spawn from bosses. So if I get one, I get one. Right, let's put that one here. And then we'll extend this out. So that's what I wanted to talk about. Just this enthusiasm from the sonic screwdriver guy. But there is also something else, and that is Call of Duty Zombies. Now, this is about the community rather than actually the game. So, if you guys didn't know, for every single Call of Duty Zombies map, there is in fact this large Easter egg. And these Easter eggs take a very long time to find and to solve. I'm sure many of you know this. And it's one of the best parts about Zombies because it has this really passionate community that go out every single season trying desperately to figure out what the Easter egg is. Now, here's how Easter egg hunting works in zombies. You stay on a low round, and you essentially press square on everything until you figure out exactly what you've got to activate. Now, most people will stay on the low round because it makes it easier to avoid the zombies. But it turns out the longest Easter egg to ever be solved was this one that just happened. And it's because you needed to wait until round 150, which is quite literally about 6 hours of playing. So that just blew my mind. Anyway, that is enough rambling out the way. So I've got to go back to my house real quick. I've got to grab some potions, and I'm going to do the Hell Providence fight. Now, just like yesterday, I will do it silent, and then I'll cut it in if I actually win. But I don't want to do it while I'm talking, because I know I'll make a bunch of rookie mistakes. I'll be, like, running away from green flames, screaming, and, well, you know the rest. Right. So let's grab a few of these, and I'll grab some Calamity potions. I'll grab some Calamitous Brew. I keep forgetting to get this, but it actually increases your movement speed, so it really is worth getting. And we already have full rage, so we're good there. And that should be it. I'm going to be good. So I'll go start doing it now. It may take a while, but I will give it my best, and we will see what happens. Actually, before I begin, I want to talk about this real quick. So the other day, I said how 50% of people that watch these every single day are not actually subscribers. After I pointed that out, we had the biggest sub boom that we have had in about a year. So I want to point it out again. Check what you're doing if you're watching these. Are you subscribed or not? Make sure you subscribe. It helps the channel so much. And just mentioning it seems to help the channel a lot. So if you're not already subscribed, please check it out. You're watching daily. Why? Okay, right. Let me start. This is going to be quite a tough fight because there's a lot going on in here. It's kind of annoying. What? It despawned? Like, it's meant to burn you, not just despawn. I wasn't even far away from it. Like, I actually wasn't far away from it at all. It was about here, and I was here. Oh, did it hit nighttime? Is that what that is? Oh, I've never actually, like, fully paid attention to the time of day. But that might make sense. Ah, okay. Right, well, that's my fault then. Alright, let me redo it anyway. Oh, there we go. That was great. That was such a banging fight. Hell yeah. Okay, that was good. I really liked that fight because there was a point in it where my health got fairly low and I was like, okay, you need to knuckle down and really concentrate. And I don't think I took any damage after that point. I really honed in on concentration. Man, that was good. That was really good. My fault for letting it despawn though that first time. I'll take full responsibility for sounding like a moron there. Okay, we got the Elysian Aegis. Very nice. Let's open this up. We also got some more Geodes, and we got a Molten Amputator. We also got a Bombardier again. This is great. We also got the Providence Mask. Ooh, very nice. So, Elysian Aegis. Let's have a little look at this. Grants immunity to fire blocks and knockback, plus 40 max life and increased life regen. Grants a supreme holy flame dash, can be used to ram enemies. Press N to activate all damage, crit, chances, and defense. Activating this buff will reduce your movement speed and increase enemy aggravation. Toggle visibility, blah, blah, blah. So cool, right? So that's definitely something to replace this with for now. Okay, well done. So if we press N, you will see this rise up in the ranks to 140 defense. And our damage goes from 58, let's turn it off, to 57. But look at that critical strike chance. It goes down from 64 up to 74. Amazing. We're a little bit slower, but it's well worth it. So what can we do now? Well, well, I think one of the things we've got to do is reforge our Elysian Aegis. So let's go to the Goblin Man. So I didn't give a shout out to this yesterday, and I probably should give a shout out to it now. So shout out, first of all, to Python. Python turned 24 years old yesterday, which is very cool. I went and bought him a Starbucks today. That's about as birthday-like as I get. And then it's also my friend Tasker's birthday. He's celebrating this alone in New York. Bless him, bless his soul. He's over there studying at the minute, and he turned 22. He's one of my oldest friends. So shout out to him as well. Man, what an absolutely banging episode. I love it when we just get a fight done and it's done. You know what I mean? Right. So look at this for money, by the way. 234. Who let that happen? So what we can do now is essentially, because of the Rune of Cause, we can start tackling some of the mini-bosses. Oh, we're getting so close to the end. I don't want to do it. I really don't. I want to spend some time messing around. I'm going to be honest. I want this to go on for quite a bit longer because I'm just loving it so much. This has been my favorite series so far. I don't want it to end. So you got the Ceaseless Void, which is, let's check this out. Contains a power hunted relentlessly. So which one's this? This one's in a dungeon. This one is in space, and Cygnus is in the underworld. Let's have a go at Stormweaver. I feel like at the end of every time I do this Providence, I always go, let's try Stormweaver, and then I get my butt kicked. And I want to see if I can give it a good first go. Always though, always I get my butt kicked. So you know what's going to happen, right? Let's grab us a buff. Let's grab the aggravation darkness potion-y thingy madoodle. Okay. And we're going to use the shredder for this just to see what it's like. And have we got a Rune of Cause? We will grab one out of here. Rune of Cause. We've got 5 of them. Nice. Very cool. And these are unlimited anyway, so it doesn't really matter all that much. The cool thing is, if you're doing it in space, you've actually got quite a lot of land to work with now that they've increased the level cap. And I was wanting to ask you guys, when do we really get involved with planetoids? I know that these cinder plates, they're post... Oh, what are they? Are they post Moonlord or are they post Supreme Calamitous? We'll see. I wonder by the end of this series, by the way, if we will be fighting Supreme Calamitous, the Ultra Boss, or Supreme Calamitous, the Super Boss, if you guys know what I mean by that. I'm fine either way. So that's Phantoplasm. We don't have Phantoplasm. We don't have Yaren Sulfag and Exodium Cluster. I've never heard that. So that one's a new one to me. Okay, let's place that back in there. Looks nice and whole. Right, okay. So let's give this a go. Alright, Stormweaver. Stormweaver has awoken. Have you? Oh, there you go. Alright, so we're using our rage just to see what damage we can do. There are some bosses where you can only do damage to the head, and some you can only do damage to the tail. This might actually end up being one or the other, I don't know. Is it one where you do damage to the head, or one that you do damage to the tail? We'll find out in a second. Usually when it's one where you can only do damage to a certain body type, I'm very bad. Stormweaver has awoken. So this is the real Stormweaver. Can you only do damage to this one's tail as well? Alright, I'm proper tryharding now, I won't lie. I actually am. I may be looking casual, but I am tryharding. Oh god. Oh man, that lunatic cultist orb though. Okay. Oh, there we go. Man, this is not a bad little intro to this fight. I always forget this fight, I won't lie. Alright, Stormweaver's been defeated, so that wasn't bad. This is good. What's DOG like, by the way? What's DOG like these days? Is it still really hard? I don't know, right. We got a Storm Dragon, which is 299 range damage. Huh, okay, cool. Well, it looks nice, I have to say. When you compare it to weapons like this, it's always going to be hard to really stack up, but that's cool. So that one has been defeated then, which is good because it's nice to get one out the way, I guess. God, we're closer to the end. Please, somebody make me worse. I need 10 episodes of Supreme Calamitous just to talk to you guys about Doctor Who. Right, okay. Well, I'm going to end today's episode there, guys, before I get ahead of myself. I just want to say thank you for chilling out with me today. And just to reiterate it again, if you comment something I should build and you get top comment, expect to see it tomorrow. That's going to be a fun little challenge. It could be something completely random. I will leave it up to you guys. And that's about it. Also, just before I go, one last thing. If you are one of the people that haven't subscribed, make sure to click that subscribe button. It means a hell of a lot. And you keep the channel going, and that helps as well. Let's test this out real quick. What's it like? Yeah, it's all right. Okay, right. See you in the next one, guys. Peace.